You guys asked and I delivered. So many of you gave me a huge response to that hug trend I did with my younger self. You can do it too, whether you want to hug yourself, whether you want to hug a loved one who is no longer here, whether you want to hug some ancestors, whatever you want to do, I can show you how to make that hug trend work for you. Here you go. Let me know how it works. I would love to see how it worked for you. Share, tag. Okay, the first thing you want to do when doing the hug trend is you want to download the Runway ML app. If you see that there, it's the last app on the screen. It's called the Runway ML. Okay, once you get that app on, you're going to let that sit. Then you want to go ahead and get your two photos, whatever two photos that you want to hug in this instance. Make sure you have them ready to upload. So if you see here, I had this one. You just want to go ahead and rotate them, whatever your settings is to rotate your picture. Okay, and just go ahead and rotate it. Normally it's like that, but you want to make sure it's rotated in this direction, the head facing the right. Okay, so I got that one, and I have this one. I used that one, so that one's already rotated. So once you have your two pictures rotated, you want to go ahead and go to Instagram. We're going to use Instagram to, unless you have another app that can put pictures side by side. Okay, it's up to you, but Instagram is pretty straightforward. Go ahead, like you're going to add a story, open a story, and go ahead and click the layout button. The layout button, change the grid, and you're going to put it on the one that does two side by sides there, okay? So you have the two side by sides, or one on top of the other. You want to go ahead and add those two pictures in there. I wanted this one right there, and I wanted this one on the side. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put them side by side as close as possible, but with still having, you know, it looking decent. So I wanted to put her right there. You want to try to get them as close as possible. So I'm going to put her there. And then I'm going to bring this one. And you can pinch it and zoom it and do everything you got to do to get them as close as you can. You want to get them, you know, similar length apart, close together. Similar length. That's pretty good. Okay. And then you want to go ahead and hit the checkbox once you got them in the desired position. I feel like her head is kind of, you know, make sure their shoulders are even. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit the check box, all right? And you see they're good. So I'm going to go ahead and click the dots in the top right corner and save that photo. And then you can just X out of there, okay? Now that you've done that, you can go out of there and you can now go to the Runway ML app, Runway ML, and then you're going to push the plus button there, and you're going to do a generative session, okay? Make sure it's on Gen 3 Alpha Turbo. You want to add the image in there. I'm not going to do too many because I've already done it, but you simply want to upload that image that you just did. So I'm going to browse my photos, and I'm going to put that image in there that I just did. Now, you see how it uploaded? You don't want it to look like that. So let me X that out, go back to my photos, and make sure that I change the orientation back on that. You got to rotate it back to horizontal. Save that. Make sure it's horizontal. And then you go back to. All right, so now that you got the photo fixed, you want to go ahead and browse photos and put up the one you just fixed. And now it's there like that. And then you want to hit done, okay? And now that it's there, you know, you can crop it or do whatever you want with it right there, but I think that's perfect. Go ahead and hit done. And then right here is where you want to describe what you what you would like your photo to do. So I'm going to say, have two women hug. She is proud of her. Keep natural and short sleeves. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and click generate. Now, I'm going to cancel that real quick, okay? Because before I do, I want to go back and let you see that there is a 10 seconds or 5 seconds. I think that 5 seconds is going to give you the best outcome. You can try both, but just know that when you hit generate, it does take credits, right? It gives you, under the free version, it gives you 250 credits. So that's going to give you like 4 or 5 chances to try to get your picture the way you want it. It does take a couple times for you to get the right look you want, all right? And then you just hit generate. And then it generates you a photo. It starts to download. You see it'll say in queue and we'll start shortly. Just give it a moment and it will start generating, okay? And then it will kick you out your results. But because I've done it so many times, I'm not going to kick mine out. I'm going to go to my library. And these are all the times I try with all the different photos. I just want to show you some of them. I feel like I didn't like the way that one looked. And so then I went ahead and changed the direction. I said, have the two women warm embrace, keep the face original, and the one on the left facing the camera, do not zoom in. So you got to make sure you have it worded right the best way you can when you're describing what you want the camera to do. After a couple tries with that picture, I was not satisfied with the way they were turning out. AI is still going to do its thing. You see it has 3 hands. You definitely want to keep trying. I figured that picture was too grainy, so that's when I went ahead and went to a clearer picture. So make sure the pictures are clear. I felt like these were the best options. You just have to keep playing with it to see that was long sleeves. So I went ahead and told them it changed the clothes too much. So I went ahead and told them to keep the sleeves short. And that's when I came up to this one, okay, which was the best option for me. So you will have to play around with it a little bit to get the desired outcome. Know that it do take credit. Under the free version, they're going to give you a few credits for you to play around with it and you can get it done. So just don't waste too much time trying to describe what you want the pictures to do. Try to be as exact as possible. This is an AI app and this does turn things into AI images. I'm not real familiar with the app, but we use the generative session, okay? So go ahead and give it a try. Let me know how that worked out for you. Let me know what questions you have. I would love to see your finished products.